Self-storage. So today is Friday, and what we're going to do on Friday is we're going to go for the monthly figures for July for Clough Road. It wasn't a fantastic week, but we do have reasons for that, and I'll get into it in a moment. But one thing that is really, really positive is that the amount of quotes at Clough Road are phenomenal. We're having more quotes at Clough Road than we are doing at Willoughby, which it just tells you the possibilities of Clough Road. We've got 33,000 square foot taken at Willoughby. So Clough Road, really, given the data that we've got so far, says that it should be just as busy. But do you know what? We've only got what we're going to have. We've only got like 16,000 square foot available, or 17,000 square foot available. So what it means is that we need to add more containers when we get the okay for the containers. Actually, I just have to write down planning. Because I haven't actually put in the planning for the containers yet, so I need to do that. Right, let's get on with it then. Okay, so the amount of quotes, 166. We had 140 at Willoughby, 166 at Clough Road. When I say Willoughby and Clough Road, they're both in the same area, and one's the other side of Hull, opposite sides of Hull. Right, so the amount of quotes per day is 5.35. That is very, very good. Number of reservations, 36. I'm actually quietly impressed with that. And the reason why being is because for half of a month, we never, ever had enough units to go at because we didn't have phase 2. Don't get me wrong, we could have pre-booked it for in the future, but unfortunately, people wanted it there and then, and we had to turn people away. So I'm actually over the moon with reservations of 36. I think that's all. It's good. It's golden. So that's a conversion rate of quotes to reservations of 22%. It should be over 25, but given the problem that we had, obviously, with phase 2 not being open, I think it's acceptable. It's more than acceptable. I'm happy with it. How many move-ins did we have? We had 29 move-ins. So the conversion rate for move-ins was 22%. Now, sorry, 17%. We should always be over 20% for conversion rate for move-ins. It should be pushing 25% at minimum. So we are a little bit below where we want to be there. Again, given the problem, it's acceptable. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in August, because we really, really want to hit the ground running. It's the 3rd of August at the minute, and we've had a really quiet start this week to Clough Road. So the next few days are really important because we want to create momentum. I love momentum. When we start the month well, we inevitably end the month well, and we continue doing well. So we want to just create that momentum at the minute. Momentum is key. The more reservations you get, the more reservations. The more reservations you have, the more reservations you get. It's just a confidence thing, and we can all be, I don't know, not liable, but it affects us. Confidence affects different people in different ways, and I'm sure that the more confident we are, the more people say yeah, the more people reserve, then we are going to be more confident and will convert more leads than we would do if we wasn't confident. I don't know, I'm getting my tongue all twisted. Right, so what else then? So that's conversion rate of quotes to move-ins is 17.47%, so 17%. Let's have a look. What else? Cancelled reservations. We had 3 cancelled reservations at Clough Road, which is higher than I would like it. It's only 8.33% of reservations. However, it is higher than I'd like it, purely because with Clough Road, the idea is to fill in the forms and do all that, verify, etc. And when you do that, then you're less likely to cancel. So I think that's quite high. At Clough Road, I'm hoping it's below 5%, the cancellation rate. But obviously, it's only a small sample size, so we'll see how we go on that. Right, where did our quotes come from? I love this section. I love it. So marketing. Google is the highest number of our inquiries. It was 101 inquiries came from Google. That is 61% of all inquiries. However, my friends, it was only 41% of our overall move-ins. So although 61% of our inquiries came from Google, 41% came from the move-ins. From Google. And if we look at square foot as well, it even decreases in favour, because that's on move-ins, but of square foot, if we calculate it by square foot, it was only 34% of our move-ins in terms of square footage came from Google. Phenomenal data, really interesting. And I think that this will continue to be the case here at Clough Road, because we're a prominent location. So that means, I hope I'm right here, I haven't actually checked it, hopefully signs have a massive impact on our, I'm going to do signs next, on, I'm trying to read it while I'm talking. Hopefully signs have a massive square footage proportion and movings proportion. Let's have a look. So signs, 35 quotes came from signs. So that's 21%. So only 21% of our quotes came from signs, where if you look at Google, 61% of the quotes came from Google. So it's 3 times more quotes came from Google. However, boom, we had more square footage move in. So excited. This just tells you why it's crucially important now, not in the future, now, to have a prominent location, because people are going to drive by. People who are driving by, then it stands to reason that them people there would vary in the location for you, because either they're work nearby or they pass it, or it's en route somehow. So therefore, I think that having a prominent location is crucial, is key. And I think it's going to get more and more key, because the more and more saturated the market gets, the more difficult it is, the more expensive it's going to be for Google. And so therefore, we're going to save more money. Right. So in terms of square footage, the signs, quotes came from signs, actually equated for 45% of our overall square footage move-ins. And it equated for 34% of our overall move-ins, not square footage, just move-ins. That is phenomenal. So I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So there was 10 move-ins for 1,025 square foot. And on Google, there was 12 move-ins for 765 square foot. So without doubt, signs have outperformed Google for Willoughby, for Clough Road, sorry, this is Clough Road. Word of mouth, we had 17 inquiries with word of mouth. And that was 10% of our overall inquiries. That was five move-ins for 225 square foot, which amalgamated to, I don't know if it's the right word, number of new move-ins, percentage-wise, was 17% of our overall move-ins came from word of mouth, and 10% of our overall square footage came from word of mouth. Used before, we've had 3 inquiries, but we only got 1 move-in. So 3 inquiries, that was only 2% of our overall inquiries. And it was on both counts, square footage and move-ins, it equated to 3% of our overall square footage and 3% of our overall move-ins. Social media, interestingly, 7 quotes came from social media, that was 4%, and it equated again just to 1 move-in for 75 square foot, 3% of our square footage and 3% of our overall move-in. Right, Google ad spend. Wow, it's I need to put this on my bloody Amex card, because then I can start earning points and I can start going to America and stuff. Yeah, so £4,339.92 was our signage, not signage, bloody hell, Google ad spend. That's for both sites, so that's in total, that's how much you spent. So divided by 2, £4,539 divided by 2 means we spent £2,269 each site on Google. That means per moving, 378 divided by 2 is £189. It's costing us £189 per moving for Google. The actual cost of advertising per square foot moved in was, wow, expensive. Divided by 2 equals £2.96. It's costing us every square foot that moves in from Google pay-per-clicks. So that's expensive. And I've said it before, I continue to think that it's going to get more and more and more expensive. Is Google ad spend for everybody, especially in this industry, because the more competitors, the more competition, the more that we are going to have to compete and spend more on to get higher, especially if it's in a competitive city or town or whatever. Right, so let's have a look at the other information. Number of new square foot, number of new move-ins. So people who haven't taken extra rooms and stuff, we had 29 move-ins. As you know, a number of square foot moved in was 2,265. Square foot moved out was 2,200. So we was up, yay, but only 65. Boo. So it's frustrating, because obviously we could have moved in more if we'd have had phase 2 done out, but we didn't. So you can't loiter on that, can we? So I think August is going to be a big month, big month for August. Amount of rooms moved in was 31. Amount of rooms moved out was 18. So net for the month is plus 13. We've got total internal rooms occupied of 93. Total containers in 1. Total containers moved out, 4. So net for the month is -3. So we've got 7 containers rented out of 10 at the minute. So that's interesting. Total square foot occupied on the final day of the month was £8,515. Store occupancy was 48%. Don't forget, we've just done phase 2 now. And the actual revenue, so this is money that we've taken, including VAT, was £13,916. We'll take more next month than we're actually supposed to because the delay, it's not tallying up perfectly, but next month we'll take more, basically. Difference from the previous month, we took £4,456.83 more than we did previous in the previous months in June. So that's gone up £4.5 grand, so which is good. Here's something interesting. Insurance. We sold £134,000 worth of insurance, and that meant it was an average of £4,620 per move-in, which means the store's average insurance is £4,722, which, my friends, is less than I actually want it to be. I want it to be £5,000, so it'll be interesting. Right, let's have a look at the overall conversions. Is there anything else I can tell you? Marketing, number of move-ins. Yeah, I wonder if I can tell you. I'll tell you what I'll look for. The churn rate. What is our churn rate? Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. So last month our churn rate was 18% on both, on square footage and rooms. This month our churn rate based on rooms was 22%. Oh, killer. Based on square footage was 27%. 27% churn rate based on square footage. That is high, my friends. Obviously, we're a new site. We've had very, very few move outs, and all of a sudden they're starting to move out now. So it's going to be interesting this next couple of months. So yeah, at the minute we're in the Goldilocks zone because we've just opened and we're 9 months ahead of square footage, and we are 10 months ahead on revenue. So we're doing really, really well, but it's all about continuing that momentum. We need to continue that momentum. The quicker we can get to the break-even point, the better. And obviously, the better all around. We don't have to lose money. We don't want to lose money. Losing money? No, we don't want to do that. All right, my friends. I'll speak to you on. I need a shave. We just turned on the video again. Jesus. Right. I've been outside with the kids. All right. Okay, guys, girls. I love you. I appreciate you. When you're listening to this right now, I'll be in Devon, but I will still be doing a podcast on Monday and Tuesday live from the caravan. And then I'm going to pre-record Wednesdays and next Friday's episodes as well. All right. I love you as ever. I appreciate you as ever. And keep getting the reservations. All right. Tatty bye-bye.